Hi guys, and welcome to my tutorial on changing textures and knife models in Counter-Strike. I've promised to do some tutorials for a while now, never really had the time. Now I actually have some free time, and I will be doing this tutorial and definitely the one on Doppler patterns and how to change and manipulate Doppler patterns. I've promised time and time again. Probably one on fade textures and maybe some basic trading tutorials I wanted to do as well. If you already know how to change your skin textures and knife models in the game, just click on the annotation I will provide and get right to the Doppler tutorial if that's what you want to see. Now this will focus on, as I said, changing the textures. Okay, let's get right to it. What you want to do is right-click on Global Offensive, select Properties, set Launch Options, and add -insecure to the launch options. This will just prevent you from joining Vexecure servers. I don't know if it's really necessary. You can probably not get banned for what we're going to do, but well, it's better to be safe than sorry. Not that I'm at fault if you get banned and lose your $10,000 inventory. Okay, if you want to change the textures, go to Local Files, CSGO, browse Local Files, then CSGO, Scripts and Items, and there you have the Items game file. Just make a copy of this as a backup. When you're done messing around, just switch them back so that you don't have to do all the cleanup afterwards. If you change a lot of textures, this can get pretty tedious. Open the file. I use Notepad++. Highly recommend it. It's free. Just Google it, or maybe I'll provide a download link in the description. Now, what I want to show you first is how to change the models of your knives. As an example, I will use my bayonets. So as you can see, I have 3 different bayonets in my inventory. Slaughter, Knight, and Doppler. Phase 1, I guess. Or 2? No, I think it's phase 1. Alright. In the document, do a search for bayonet, and somewhere at the first third of the document, you'll find this at the ID 500, the description of the bayonet, and under there you can see the descriptions of all the other knife models in the game: flip knife, gut knife, karambit. Now, if you want to change your bayonet or any other knife to a karambit, just select, as I'm doing now, this part of the description, copy it, get back up or wherever the knife skin is you want to change, select the part of the knife you want to change, and paste the description from the karambit in. Now, the game client will think that the server wants to tells them that item ID 500 is a bayonet. The description of the karambit will be found, and the karambit model will be loaded into the game. Let's check it out. Just run the game. This is just here to tell you that you set the insecure flag and that you cannot join Vexecure servers. Now, let's do a quick search for karambit, and as you can see, the icons haven't loaded properly, but this, as you can see from the description, is now in fact a karambit, or the game client thinks it's a karambit, and it works. This is now the karambit model. The Bayonet Knight turned into a Karambit Knight, and the Bayonet Slaughter now is a Karambit Slaughter. You can do this, as I said, with all the other knives as well. Just switch them around. As you have seen, it's pretty easy, 1 minute or less. Yeah, let's get on with the textures. If you want to go to the texture descriptions, just do search for 9001, and this will get you to the start of the list of all the textures that are in the game. As you can see, it's kind of similar to the knives. You have the name, and then a block of text with variables that tells your client what to do with, for example, something that you might know. The high webs, it's Crimson Web, tells your game that this is what it wants to have done with a knife that has the Crimson Web texture, for example. As you can see, unfortunately, these names are rather cryptic and not what they are in the game. And I will show you in a moment a way to figure out the different textures and how to replace them and how to find what you're actually looking for. So now, as you have seen, I have a knight, now a Karambit Knight in my inventory, and the knight texture is called So Knight. Now, if I want to change it, just as an example here, you can use all the other textures. There are several hundred. Just to show you the principle, I will select the So Yellow. This is, as you might have guessed, the bulldozer. Copy this part of the description and replace the description of the knight with what I've copied from under the So Yellow. Save, and let's check it out. As you can see, my Karambit Knight is now a Star Trek Karambit Bulldozer, all shiny and yellow, as you expect it to be. So this worked out pretty nicely, and it's really easy to do. Now, for all the other skins in the game, it's exactly the same thing. You can, as an example, let's just change the Asimov. I have some Asimovs in my inventory, and if you want to find out the name of the texture, do a search for item_set. Item_set this way, and it will get you to a list of all the item sets in the game. Unfortunate part is again that these item sets, the community ones, do not have names that are easily recognizable. As you can see, set community 3, yeah, it's not really in the game, but from what's inside the set, you might get an idea what it actually is. So the CU Kaiman, for example, weapon USP silencer, is obviously the USP Kaiman, and from that you can figure out that this is the Huntsman set, and all the other textures are self-explanatory. After you've figured out what collection this is, the AK-47 rubber obviously is the Vulcan. Now we wanted to do a search for the Asimov. I already know that this is not this one, but this one, set community 2, is the Phoenix collection, and they've probably made a little mistake here, and the texture description of the Orb Asimov is just has one eye in it and not two, like the name of the game. But yeah, as you can see, it's the only orb in the collection, and you know from from the name that this is probably the Orb Asimov. As I've said, you have to figure it out for yourself a bit. It's a bit tedious, but once you get an idea of how this works, it's actually really easy to figure out what's what. Especially if you're looking at the newer collections. For example, let's just remove this name here. For example, set community 7 is obviously from the Neon Rider. You can tell it's the Chroma 2 and so on. Now, let's change the Orb Asimov to something more fancy, like the Dragon Law. The good part is that all the collections made by Valve have names that are somewhat more relatable. The Cobblestone collection is actually called Set Cobblestone, and this makes it pretty easy to identify the texture names you're looking for. As you probably have guessed, the CU medieval dragon orb, the only orb in the set, is the Dragon Law. So let's just copy this and do a quick search for this texture name. And as you can see, in our texture list under 344, you will find the description of the Dragon Law. Now, as you did with the knife, just copy the description, search for the one you're looking for. If you want to change several skins, it's probably best to open another notepad window and just copy paste all the names or the textures you want to change, so you can swap them out easily. So this is the description of the Asimov. Just as you did with the knife, select this part, paste in the description of the Dragon Law, save, and let's have a look. Yes, as you can see, I'm now rather rich. All these Asimovs are unfortunately only for me and only in offline mode Orb Dragon Laws, field tested Orb Dragon Laws. I think these go for around 350 keys each, so it would be pretty nice to have 11 of them. Unfortunately, as I said, it doesn't work that way. I only have 10 Asimovs left. Alright. Well, as you've seen, it's really easy and a really fast way to check out new weapon skins, or if you never had a Dragon Law, just want to see it in game, own some bots with it, whatever. Just an easy way to change the textures. You can do this on community servers as well, but what you can't do on community servers, and that's what I'm going to show you in the next tutorial, is really mess around in these description files. As you can see, there are a ton of variables here you can change, and that so you can really, as you have seen with the Doppler showcases, for example, the Emerald Doppler, change the colors and other cool stuff. Now that's it for this tutorial. Please leave any kind of feedback you like to give, criticism, whatever. And if you're interested, I will probably upload the Doppler tutorial next, and they should both be up by the time you're watching this.